Emeka Beke-led faction of the All Progressive Congress has accused Tony Okocha of trying to force the former Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Amaechi, out of the party. The Beke faction said Okocha's intention was behind his attacks on Amaechi lately. On Monday, Okocha had described Amaechi as a failed politician who could not attract any project to Rivers State while he was minister. However, the spokesman of the faction, Nwauju, urged APC stakeholders to query Okocha's decision to destroy other people's reputations to gain political relevance. In a statement he issued, Nwauju said, "Why has former Governor Amaechi's name become the only currency that Tony Okocha and his group can use for their political trade by barter? The only reason why Tony Okocha is doing everything possible to construct a gulf in the APC family is to vex the original stakeholders of the party in the state, like Amaechi, and force him out of the political party he labored to build in Rivers State." Nze, what do you make of this story?
First and foremost, it's like we're giving Honorable Tony Okocha undue publicity, you know, being that his activities in the state since last year has always been a setback. And, well, we will allow him the space. We will also allow him his choice. But the truth remains that, see, when some of us begin to look at the activities of some of these politicians, will begin to have issues with the hope they are building for the future generation. This is a man who we know was in the employment of Amaechi, if I may say so, when Amaechi was in power, you know. He was a chief of staff serving under Amaechi for 8 years. And you can see the level of betrayal, you can see the level of discontentment, you can see how he has really projected Amaechi in a bad light. Yeah, Amaechi did not attract development or project as a Minister of Transport to Rivers State while he was in office. People should be able to look at it critically and know why. We were all here. When Okocha was speaking in that manner, I listened to that, I watched that video, and I said to myself, does this man actually reason before speaking? You know that Amaechi and Wike had a very serious fracas. That Wike was anti-Amaechi and Amaechi was anti-Wike. And Amaechi was playing just to, if I may say, I'm not in any way holding sympathy for him or whatsoever. But Amaechi was playing safe. Amaechi was playing safe. When Wike was a minister and Amaechi was a governor, you saw how Wike maltreated Amaechi and things like that. And now, it was the turn of Amaechi, and he decided to stay off. Though to the detriment of the Rivers people, which I am still tomorrow. Amaechi is my man, but I cannot stand to say that because I'm standing very close to the bitter leaf tree, I will not say that it is bitter. Amaechi is my man, but the truth remains that while he served in Buhari's cabinet, he did not do well as a minister, considering the effect of his office to his state as a minister. He did not do well, everybody knew it. And we were saying that he has used the resources of Rivers State to support the emergence of Buhari. And now, there is nothing to show for it. So you see that the same gulf that Amaechi fell into is the same gulf that Wike is also falling into. Now, even though he is claiming that he's empowering people in Rivers State, those people he's empowering, what and what have they attracted to the state, so to speak? He's empowering people for their personal pocket and also fighting the governor tooth and nail to make sure that governor does not carry out governance smoothly in Rivers State. So you see that most of the ambition of the Rivers politicians is always personal. The ambition is personal. Once they get what they are looking for, they don't care whose house is God. And if you don't give them what they are looking for, they can fight you to the later.
Now, with respect to what Tony Okocha was reacting to, yes. Now, you said while you have, you know, on one hand, you have an issue with the person of Tony Okocha.
Yes.
And you also faulted the statement that he made. And you said that it is because he was once Amaechi's protege, yes. Now, but on the other hand, you also agree with Tony Okocha that Amaechi never attracted any development while he was Minister of Transportation to Rivers State. The question would be, the statement that Tony Okocha now made, where is the lie?
No.
You may not like the man, but you are agreeing with his statement. Where is the lie?
I have no issue with a man called Tony Okocha, but I have issues with activities of the man called Tony Okocha in the now.
All right.
If he repents tomorrow, he becomes the best of my friend. Now, I did not completely fault his statements, but I faulted his attitude towards his SY boss. That is where I stand. And I see it as I see it as a betrayer. A man you once praised, suddenly you are asking for his head. Is it not a betrayer? Now, you see that if they are doing what they are doing, what precedents are they setting for the upcoming politicians? That is where I have issue. So if it is favoring you, it is yes, yes. And if it is not favoring you, it is nay. Who goes with such? We should be able to build a society where principle rules.
All right, but can you remember the exact thing that Amaechi said that has been so controversial that, stakeholders have been calling Amaechi out, and Tony Okocha is reacting to as well? Do you remember the exact statement? The statement that Amaechi made, is it applaudable in your own opinion?
Amaechi have been speaking. So when you are talking about statements, if it is the one he said, he accused politicians of their, killing, stealing, looting, just to remain in power. If that statement is the one you are referring to, I said that Amaechi got it, if I may say 101%. Correct. The reason is this: we are seeing it. We are the masses.
There were other things. It wasn't just that.
But I am picking him from that. I'm picking him from that.
The one that has been extremely controversial was, telling Nigerians that when he was talking about Tinubu's administration, he had a lot to say. But one thing that stood out was when he told Nigerians that he's not going to give you that power. You have to grab it. You should be willing to die to grab that power. Now, the controversy was the question: is it a do or die affair? Telling Nigerians you have to lay down your life.
Lorenza, if anybody says that the statement of Amaechi was bad, I will tell you that person does not love Nigeria.
Okay.
Coming from the angle of a man who had served in the government for more than 25 years, he has been in active governance for 25 years as a House of Assembly, Speaker, Governor, Minister, and all that. And he is telling us this. Look, I know that Amaechi may not like Tinubu as a person based on the fact that he contested against him in the primaries and lost. But the truth is this: for Nigerians to go through what we are going through today, and somebody is telling you that you still treat the next election with kid's glove, please, that person is not guiding us aright. It is just like the Tinubu government and his men, the presidency and the spokespersons, coming to tell us that Tinubu is trying, Tinubu is doing well. How? The question is how? Because if you tell me that I am still hungry at 1 p.m., I'm still hungry, and you are telling the people that you are giving me breakfast at the proper time, Loresha, do you think you are correct? So look at the Tinubu government. If we keep quiet and still come the way we normally come, we'll see that what happened in 2023 will replicate itself in 2027.
All right.
And what Nigerians need to do first is to fish out men of goodwill. Men of goodwill, not just astute politicians, but men of goodwill, men who have conscience. Because most of the politicians we have today, they don't have conscience. They are ready to kill, they are ready to maim, they are ready to destroy. And you know the Bible said that the thief cometh but to steal, kill, and destroy. But the Son of Man, that is why I said that men of goodwill, the Son of Man has come that we might have life. And in Nigeria, we must have life. Because we need to have life. God has made it for us to have life, and we will need to have life. So please, just 1 minute. You see, the statement of Amaechi is a call up to all citizens, those who feel pain for what is happening. Not only to come out en masse and vote as we voted in 2023, but to stand strong and defend our vote. And by the time these power grabbers will want to come and use whatever means, we will resist them. And in that resistance, some may die, some may live. But let it be that those that died have died for those that are alive. And those that are alive will be living for those that have died.
All right, Nze. Chris, what do you make of this statement, considering that Nze on one hand is saying it is okay for Nigerians to die even if they need to defend democracy. It's okay to lay their lives for Nigerians. Then on the other hand, you recall that Amaechi, who made the statement, is also a politician. He has had his time in power, and apparently from all the talks and measures that are going on, the alignment and realignments that are going on right now in the Nigerian political firmament, it's clear that Amaechi still probably may have interest in politics in 2027. Now, when you look at all these things, well, Chris, what do you have to say?
Well, thank you. First, on the issue, let me start from what my friend Darlington Nwauju said. The way it was described as a factional, Emeka Beke-led faction. I don't think there is faction in Rivers APC. Okay. It is you, the press, that...
Why do you say that?
You're the one creating the faction. Because the APC is one, and the National Working Committee of the party has said that Tony Okocha is the chairman of the party in the state.
Was there a court judgment recognizing Emeka Beke?
And before now, the Supreme Court has said that issue of party.
Well, until that judgment is vacated, it is what it is. We are not about to buy into the sentiments of Rivers people. Well, we will stand by what the court is saying.
Well, like I said, the Tony Okocha is the chairman of the party in the state. When there's an issue raised by Darlington Nwauju that Tony Okocha is trying to force Amaechi out of the party, that is not true. After Amaechi, after the 2025, right? No, 2023 election, Amaechi, who ran as the who contested the presidential primary of the APC, left or stopped attending party activities.
Okay.
It's normal for you to feel bad for not winning the election, but in the party we are told before now. That the party is supreme. So I expected that after that presidential election, Amaechi would have returned to the party to make peace and move the party forward. But what we saw was after that, Amaechi left, stopped attending party. As a former governor and a former minister, he's a member of the NEC of the party. He's a member. He's a critical stakeholder. So, but after that, he stopped attending party. So, if for somebody to come out to say somebody is trying to fox him out of the party, I don't think that is correct. That's one. Now, the statement Amaechi made that politicians do come to steal, kill, and destroy. Of course, that is the truth. But the issue there is Amaechi not a politician? He has been in power. He was one time the speaker. He rose from speaker to governor, and later became the minister under Buhari's administration. And of course, you know what was said during the Buhari administration. There were lots of sufferings, lots of hardship in the country. But Amaechi served as a minister, not just a minister, as a senior minister in that administration. And he did not make any of this statement. And he's coming to make this statement now that he's no longer in power. Like I said, what he said is truth. But Amaechi cannot, at this point, say he's not part of the politician he has described. Another thing he raised is that Tinubu cannot give you power, that you have to fight for power. Of course, that's opposition. But calling for, I don't think what that means is for people to come and die. He's only trying to, he made, I watched that clip. He made mention of how Shekara Abi became governor and how the people stood their ground. And I'm sure that's what Amaechi meant. Of course, that should be a charge for the opposition if they want to regain power in 2027, that they have to insist that the right thing should be done. I don't have any issue with that. Amaechi has interest in politics. No politician, even at old age, that does not have interest. Either they want to run election or they want to contribute, they want to recommend and all that. So Amaechi is still around the politics. So I'm sure he's interested. And what he's doing is to prepare for 2027. So for me, I don't see any reason, I don't see any bad in that. Everybody wants to be in power. Amaechi wants to be in power. I saw the likes of Atiku in that gathering. They want to come back to power. The likes of former governor of Kaduna State. Everybody wants to be in government. So for me, there's nothing wrong. But things should be conducted in a manner that is ought to be. Not what I don't like is people sending people. What we saw there, they are big men who you won't even see them. They won't be victims. So when you call for war, when you call for fight, when you call for ask people to go to take up fight against the government in power, will your children be there? Will you be there? So that's the thing. The area I am not comfortable with. If you say you want to, in election, you see where politicians give talks, arms will go and cause mayhem. They won't even be part of it. Check out the record. Those who have died even in Rivers State during the political crisis, they are not big mind children. They are poor people children. So it's also a call to those who will be using whatever struggle to be careful. Don't play into the hands of this politician. I'm not saying politicians should not meet to strategize on how to get power. This is politics. Everybody wants to be in power. Tinubu wants to remain in power in 2027. The PDP or the new coalition want to also take over power from Tinubu. That's fine, but it should be played according to the rule. That's my position.